Amazing to be standing on center stage. I want to thank you, Alyssa Kopp, for inviting me for this opportunity. Thank you. So that was quite an act to follow, Mr. Color. I did work for George Balanchine, and so I naturally come from a place where I feel his ballets are important. But I thought coming here to the Lycée, I would talk to you a little bit about why we should care about them. And one of the reasons I felt it was appropriate to discuss that here is because ballet was actually born in France. And as a French art form that then journeyed to Russia and then came here to America, I thought it was particularly suitable to discuss this today. I'm assuming that a lot of the people who are here have seen the Nutcracker. Yes? Nutcracker? Yes. Okay. That's one kind of ballet. That's a story ballet. It's German, but it's to the music of Tchaikovsky, who is Russian. So I'm just going to give you a quick bio of George Balanchine, the choreographer, who I worked for and who founded the New York City Ballet and who brought the Nutcracker to America. The great thing about the Nutcracker is he created a sort of shared tradition. Families go. For dancers, life seems to happen instead of semesters, like instead of spring semester, it's like before and after Nutcracker. And even, you know, in July, you'll find little pieces of paper snow in your apartment. So there's a lot of traditions that go along with it for the dancers, for the audience, and for the city of New York, and for all of the small dance companies around the country who make a lot of their money with their Nutcracker productions. So Balanchine's idea was, I'll put a lot of children in it, and they'll all have an aunt and a grandma and a sister and brother, and we'll sell a lot of tickets. And that was one of the methods he used to drive the building of classical ballet here in America. But what I think is interesting for our next generation and for our young people is to think about how the arts really talk to us, inform us, and the use of innovation and creativity to explore the political climate. So Balanchine, with the Nutcracker in 1954, started a new American tradition. He did a lot of kind of cultural deep-rooted feelings about things. During the Cold War, he made ballets like Stars and Stripes. He made Western Symphony. Americana and kitsch were very big during the Cold War. But now I'm going to show you a different side of Balanchine. So he was born in 1904 in Russia. He fled Russia in 1924. He was 20 years old. He'd already begun choreographing. He was a dancer. His father was a composer. So he came with a background of arts. He made his way to London, ran into Diaghilev, probably the greatest impresario artist of the 20th century. He then worked with the Ballet Russe in its heyday. He made 2 ballets there and met Igor Stravinsky. What we're going to look at now is 2 Russian immigrants who met each other in France, moved to America, and made this dance, Agon, in 1957. We're going to look at the first minute. This is me with my partner at the time, Mel Tomlinson. Doesn't look like the Nutcracker. Good, thank you. Okay, I act like they're dancers. Good, thank you. Okay, so what do we see here? What are we looking at? We're listening to 12-tone music, serial music, which is modern. It's a new form of a classical tradition. What has Balanchine done? He's using the same classical techniques and vocabulary from 17th century ballet, but he's tearing it down. He's morphing it, he's twisting it, he's using it to make a new modernistic look. It's architectural as opposed to soft. I'm not wearing a tutu, I'm wearing practice clothes. In fact, after Mr. Color got done, I'm not a cyborg, this is what we would refer to as a black and white ballet. Agon is considered widely to perhaps be the greatest dance made in the 20th century. But why am I talking about a 20th century dance today? Because I think it has a lot of clues to how did it become a seminal, important work of art. It has fusion, Russians, by way of France, arriving in America. As they say in Hamilton, immigrants get it done. And these two great men are standing on the shoulders of everything that came before, but they're making something new. And I think that's the most important message that I can bring today to a whole new generation of young people and dancers is let's not be afraid to learn the rules and then actually break them apart. And that's why I think we need to care about Balanchine's ballets, not just as entertainment, but as social commentary. I think there are many things that the arts have a responsibility to do. I recently saw a quote by the artist Banksy, which kind of says it very well for young people. Art should disturb the comfortable and comfort the disturbed. And I kind of think I'm going to end on that note and say thank you again. Thank you very much.